Hello everyone, welcome to a Splinterlands daily quest stream. Today I've got a death quest to do in Diamond 2 League, and who knows how it's going to go. What is the rule set? It's unprotected, so no armor and keep your distance, so this might not be the best for death, but it could be the good for death, particularly if I play something with all the magic reflect, which is exactly what I'm going to do. If I put this guy in front as well, that might be hilarious. Everything else is just going to be blast damage. So I can strike no matter what. Maybe go a life sap or two. And we can't use anything of the 0 mana variety, so in we go. That is quite a incredible team. I really hope I can hit that. Damn. Oh, damn. I was really hoping I could hit the Chaos Agent, but it doesn't look like I will have to because my Chaos Agent is doing all the backfiring in the world. Oh, I couldn't do it there, but the Magic Reflect did it. I got to attack first, then I get to Magic Reflect and win. That was very nice. Quite happy with that outcome. Okay, that is a nice little ranking boost as well. 46 rating points, 99 to Diamond 1. If I win all my games in a row, I should be able to get into Diamond 1 today. Don't know if that's going to actually happen. We've got Explosive Weaponry, 48 mana cap. Death is in, Earth is in, Water's in. Oh. Why does water have to be a playable splinter here? That's really annoying. Let's go with Aster again, because I'm expecting there to be water. Who doesn't have Magic Reflect and is an amazing tank? Harclaw. Harclaw is an amazing tank. He also has immunity. And Cornelius. What about some amplification? Yeah. Leading warriors. That way we've got rust and shatter as well. Okay, we're not directing where the enemy attacks are going to go at this point. Do we have anything that's got knockout if we're going to be fighting a Kraken? Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. It is called Muriat, or the Jin Murray, as I prefer to call him. Okay, that leaves me with 11 mana. It's going to need to be a Corrupted Pegasus. It's going to be Corrupted Pegasus. This is a bizarre-ish team composition, but it could work very nicely. So we don't see a Kraken, we see a Lord Arianthus instead. Oh, that blast hurt from the Sandworm. Oh, that blast hurt from the Deep Lurker. Oh god, the speed. The speed with which my enemy is attacking. It is horrifically deadly. I fundamentally haven't even had a swing yet. Ouch. There goes the Corrupted Pegasus. And we're going to take out their spellcasters any second now. But I'm left with some considerable problems. Chief among them, all of the cards. So that's a loss. I'll move on to the next battle. And not be entirely disappointed, but be distracted enough by what is out there and what is lost, which is everything. Everything and all was lost. And now there's another game, and it's got heavy hitters by default, but no legendaries, which isn't great for death. I might reduce their ability to do magical pew pew. And what am I going to focus on? I need stuns. Do I dare go with Undead Rex? I think I do. And who's gonna bring in the second position? There's someone that's got Blast. There is, but so much mana available. Should use it. Gormadon. Sandworm. And something with 2 mana. Something with 2 mana. That's what we're gonna use. Halfling Alchemist? Question mark? This could go well. Or it could go terribly. Well, I'm glad I didn't bring significant amounts of magic. That's a very nice redemption. That's an enemy redemption also. Oh, this is bad. 18 damage. Look at that Golden go. Beautiful. Necrosi versus Necrosi and Sandworm versus Necrosi. And it is a victory. Alright, 3 more battles. And then I'm in the clear. So in the clear. Alright, we got Fog of War and Earthquake. That's okay for Death Splinter. It's very okay for Death Splinter. We're going to use some great big flying machinery, inclusive of Corrupted Pegasus. It's all legendary cards, I've decided. Maybe not Lero though. Cthulhu, Corrupted Pegasus. We need some snare in our life. Ah, Soulstorm, welcome to the team. You look nice. You look suitable. And so does Grenadier. And because I am running something with Scavenge, I am going to certainly use that to the ability. And it's a Kraken. Of course it's a Kraken. And of course there's a cleanse. Okay, we need to stunlock that Kraken. We have 2 options to stunlock the Kraken with. And the first one missed. The next one doesn't get an attack for about another 40 trillion turns. But luckily, Earthquake is being very nice to me and not so nice to my opponent. I don't think I'll have a problem here. Because good luck getting through this death team without your precious little healing. Affliction. It's so nice. Okay, we need to do 7 damage. It's going to be more difficult. Hey, Bakweni. It's the Kraken Slayer team. Or at least it's my version of the Kraken Slayer team. Don't know why they'd bring Kraken in this rule set. That much mana. Death Quest is going well. 10 minutes in. 3 wins out of 5. Had a little accident with Lord Arianthus and Cornelius. To be fair, I had Harklaw and Cornelius. But otherwise, it's going pretty well. And we will see where we get to with all this stuff. Alright, it's Melee Mayhem. Ooh. They're probably gonna use a Lord of Darkness here, aren't they? What can I do to counter a Lord of Darkness and Malay Mayhem? I could go Malay Yoden. Malay Yoden? Maybe? No. I could go Harklaw. The only problem is the lack of a... Actually, let's do something completely unexpected. I'm gonna use Ulster Town. And by completely unexpected, I do mean still using Harklaw. I'm going to throw Gauladon in. Deceiver. Good old Deceiver. They're the best. They're the best card in the game. No fighting, no arguing. They're coming along to enjoy a good time in the front line before Harklaw will come along and do things. This is the worst team composition in the history of team compositions. Oh, look at that. It's Milo. I'm screwed. And they've gone full crazy. I need the backfire. Not the backfire, the retaliate to work. Although an angry Gauladon is going to get very angry here with their True Strike. Oh, that was brutal. Come on, Gauladon. You can do this. No, he can't. Oh, what a shame. And it's not only that, everything's missing as well. If only Thorns couldn't do any damage. But that's not the way Thorns works. I should have brought Thorns and Repair. And a whole bunch of other crap. Okay, that was a misstep, a major misstep. Yeah, if I had seen that Green Splinter was available, I would have been like, maybe not. Maybe I just go with the look at me, I'm Malay, but secretly I'm ranged. The War Chang and Vigilator and Oaken Behemoth, that sort of stuff. But I did not. Close range and lost magic. Green Splinter is available. So, in moments like this, we go with Nightshade. We'll go with Darker One. We will use a Amplification and a Thingy-Madoo. That's like the best card, Weirding Warrior. They are so freaking good for what they are. I was gonna stop and say, I hope I have them at max level, because I feel like they're a rare, but they're truly an epic. Yes, it is a death quest today, so spamming everything to do with the Deathly Splinter. And I don't mind. I like my Death Splinter. It's one of my favorites. What am I gonna throw in else here? Now, it's lost magic, so why have I gone with Magic Reflect, Magic Reflect? Darker One is probably not the best choice, because he'll get ripped to shreds by rangers. Harklaw is probably the more sophisticated choice. Probably, but still not. Lure of the Dark might be interesting. Might be. And then I've got 14 mana. An entire 14 mana. Not so bad this morning, Hender. I went through a couple of areas. I found the Morn Castle, or whatever, in the south of where you start, which I had not explored in my prior playthrough at all. So I was like, "Ooh, this is new." And I got dead so many times. So many times dead. But I'm enjoying it a lot. I've got that tiny tinge of understanding of the game now, and the more understanding that I obtain, the more I seem to enjoy it. Well, let's hope that my speed boost is better than their speed boost. I don't think it's going to, but as long as my Sandworm goes first, it didn't do anything of consequence. Yeah, the Bomb Express from those Eagles on the tower yesterday were were really difficult. I don't know. There's so many good games that have come out this year so far. If it does win Game of the Year, I think it'll win Game of the Year just on the fact that it's multi-platform. But I honestly think so far, from what I've played of Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West feels like a more complete package. I've played that all the way through. I've got a review coming on Hive in the next few days. But I really think this is a really good year for gaming so far. Elden Ring, Forbidden West. There's other stuff that's come out that I've completely ignored so far this year as well. I think Gran Turismo 7 is really divisive. I got it. I played it. Then the servers went down forever. And I ended up returning it. And then I tried a whole bunch of other racing sim games. And then I was like, actually, it's pretty good. I used to review video games as a professional journalist in a previous life, and so I can talk about games for ages. I also used to work for a video game publisher as a community manager and preparing press releases and all that sort of thing. So I've worked on both sides of the fence in terms of gaming industry, so I know it pretty well. And yeah, it was good fun, but it took all the joy out of playing games, especially when there wasn't as much editorial independence as a platform like Hive allows me. Of course, it doesn't pay all the bills because it used to, but not anymore. It's more of a hobby now that I do this for. Okay, what have I got here? Weak Magic and Earthquake. That works for my Splinter, but the Weak Magic doesn't work for my Splinter. So maybe I go with a super sneaky team and use Contessa and use Piercing. What has Piercing? What is a deathly piercing machine? I've not heard of Project Zomboid, Backbony. Can you tell me a little bit about it? What is its content? Is it about killing zombies? Is it about manufacturing zombies? What do the zombies do, and why do they exist? I've gone with a completely obnoxious team composition here, which is sure to not win me any friends or any battles. But we'll see. They don't have anything that flies either, but they do have a lot of armor. That's why I went with Piercing. And buy a sandworm, I'll miss you. You were good while you existed for like a quarter of a turn. Yeah, I'm not winning that one. That was ouch. Very, very ouch. Let's see what the next one will do for us. And another battle. It's a story about how you die in the zombie apocalypse. It's a zombie sim game. So it's like a survival game where you got to gather resources, fortify things, and explore and so on. Because the part where you say how you die in the zombie apocalypse, it's kind of like Elden Ring is a story about how you die by unsuspecting jump scares and monsters that you should really know better about. Is that the same or no? We've got heavy hitters and holy protection. There's still also a lot of games coming out this year that I am very keen for. On the Nintendo Switch, I don't know if they'll ever get around to actually releasing it this year, but there's going to be a remake of the Front Mission games from the SNES. The Front Mission games were basically MechWarrior plus XCOM combined, where you could go through and do all sorts of bits and pieces. Hey, Tugger Champ, welcome to the stream. Thanks for jumping on. I need to pick my death team here that's gonna do some things and stuff. It's heavy hitters, but it's also holy protection. So I want a combination of stun and blast. Good thing Yoden is out. Snipe might be pretty effective here. I think I might go with Thaddeus just to make the enemy a softer target. Definitely going to go with Grenadier and Screaming Banshee, but then I'm going to throw in Magi Necrosi. It's a bit expensive, but they're going to be the cornerstone of the team for sure, because I don't think that there's going to be all that much thing. Yeah, me too. I've had Advance Wars Remake on pre-order since what feels like forever now on the Switch. I remember putting hundreds and hundreds of AA batteries through my Game Boy Advance when I was a kid. That was such a good game. It was sort of a gateway drug to turn-based strategy. And then when I ended up getting older and discovering things like Civilization and XCOM, I was like, oh, this is cool. It's Advance Wars, but more sophisticated. That, and it's sort of the art style and the just general upbeatiness of it, given the fact that it was a war game. It was a war game without being a war game, if that makes sense. It was really well put together. I just hope that they don't make it like exceptionally over animated in the remake. I know it had some anime elements and stuff in there. Super Robot Wars, not something I've played. Let's see, can we stunlock Dr. Blight? No, we're poisoned. If we stunlocked Dr. Blight, we would have potentially won, but the Affliction and Poison hit straight up. I'm just scrolling back up to your other message, Macaroni, about it. You get moods, need food, water, stuff rots, you can get sick. Yeah, that's really cool. Complex game mechanics like that are really quite rare these days. I think they are making a bit of a return, and it's nice. I tried out Disco Elysium the other day as well, before I got distracted and absorbed into Elden Ring, and that's a really good game as well. I know that's come out a few years ago now, but the writing in that game is just absolutely top-notch. Oh, okay. That sounds like something I might have to look into, because I really enjoy the hex-based or grid-based turn-based strategy games. I guess you could say like the classic tactics games like Final Fantasy Tactics, or Disgaea, that sort of stuff. I really, really like that style of game. So Fire Emblem Three Houses was like cocaine, that game, to me. Not that I've ever done cocaine, and I probably never will, but I imagine it probably is extraordinarily addictive. And yeah, turn-based strategy games are that to me. They are illicit drugs of time sink wasting. Just think about a team here: Silent Summoners and Melee Mayhem. So it makes sense. It would make sense to go Lava Mage, but Last Stand, it's a thing. I might go with the Minicron, and by Minicron I mean Cthulhu. But I'm gonna throw in Hydra, and then everything else is gonna be Snipe to try and take out any potential backline. And I'm sure my opponent is probably thinking along the same lines. And I just need a good old tank at the back. So that leaves me with 7 mana. I think I'm just going to go with Almo at the back and see if that doesn't annoy my opponent ridiculously. I'm really surprised to not see a Kron. I am extraordinarily surprised. Yeah, another one in that style from, I don't know, I guess you can say way back, is Jagged Alliance. That was a great turn-based strategy game. And I won't get started on Heroes of Might and Magic, which you, of course, can't have a conversation on turn-based strategy games without mentioning. Yeah, I put this the wrong way around because I thought they were going to bring more sneak. Almo is gonna perish. Started off well with this quest today, and now I'm struggling to get the last one locked in. But yeah, there's still going to be other good games that come out this year. I'm just opening up a browser tab to go look at like what is coming soon in terms of pre-orders and things. I think it's going to be an excellent year for games. There's Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes on the Switch as well, which I've got on order because the world, the characters, the story there was really good. I've never played a Metroid Prime game, but apparently Metroid Prime 4 is coming out as well, so there's at least 2 games I'll be getting on the Switch this year. And let's go have a look at the PS5. I'm still waiting for Vampire Bloodlines 2 as well. I really enjoy that sort of really immersive RPG. The original Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines was one of my... such a guilty pleasure, that game. It was so good, the atmosphere, it was just fun walking around in there. Yeah, it's getting reclassified as R18+. The funny story about that is that Australia used to never have an adults only or 18+ rating for video games. So the way the classification board used to work was if it was too impactful or too violent or had other things that were considered to be, you know, mature themes or whatever, they'd say, well, we have no rating that we can put the game into, so we will refuse classification, in air quotes, which effectively bans the game because it has to be classified in order to go on sale in Australia. And when I was working as a video game journalist, we and a whole bunch of other publications basically continued to lobby the government along with video game publishers and other people in the industry to say, look, Australia needs a rating for adults for games because gaming is not an activity that is limited to children and, you know, after school entertainment and that sort of thing. It is a serious, mature narrative platform that needs to be taken seriously. So eventually, through that lobbying and countless letters to lawmakers and whatnot, I personally can't take credit, but being involved in the games industry in Australia at that time, if it wasn't for the concerted efforts of all of, wow, that was a big Retaliate stream between those two. Now the game is bugged, and I'm probably going to lose to Lord of Darkness here. Unless Cthulhu can stunlock. No, Cthulhu's done. But yeah, it's really silly what some games get refused classification for, particularly when there are other things of greater impact and true depictions of trauma in other forms of media than there are games. The classification board in Australia seems to believe that if something is interactive, it's more likely to be more, I don't know, triggering or more likely to have people attempt to copy. It's something that was really, really angering. And anyway, with the internet, if you want to get something, you can get something. So it being refused classification isn't really of any significant importance or really of any consequence at all. And it's funny that you say that the reason it got banned was for war crimes, with the complete... there's a situation in Australia where the Australian government attempted to cover up war crimes that were committed by Australian soldiers in Afghanistan, to the point where they raided the office of the journalist who leaked this information in the interest of national security, that the matter should be suppressed because it wasn't important, when really the only reason they wanted to raid this poor journalist's office was because it was making them look bad. So it's such a hypocritical thing. But anyway, we're here about games, talking about games, and how they shouldn't be refused classification unless they are truly, truly horrific. Splinterlands is the main thing that I do. Um, Discovered it, of course, through the Steam blockchain back in the day. Um, these days, I don't really branch out all that much away from Splinterlands. It's pretty much the only thing that I sort of get into pretty heavy. I don't really have time for another game in my life other than what I stream here. I know that a lot of people on the Hive blockchain like Rising Star, you don't need to really do all that much. The interface is a bit clunky. Um, it's a slow burn, but once you get there, it has a probable payoff. But again, I feel as though I can invest my time in other ways to obtain more lucrative or handsome payoffs than clicking a few buttons, and I know it's really not that much. Fresh death into a snipe quest. Oh, the struggle. I'm really surprised at how well Bellicor Deceiver is doing here. He just needs to retaliate, dodge the world, and he needs to dodge. Oh, why didn't you dodge? You needed one more dodge, my friend. Oh, you defective Bellicor Deceiver. That is my thought also, Bakweni there. Son of a bitch. He just needed to dodge one more thing. Would have been nice if that happened, but it did not. I'm really struggling for this last win of the quest. 29 mana, target practice, everyone has snipe. Green Splinter is in. This is going to be annoying. Life Splinter is in. That's going to be even more annoying. Jotun is in. Even more annoying with snipe. So we could see my law. I'm gonna deviate, completely go off course, and bring the Kraken in and ignore everything to do with sniping and all that sort of fun stuff. I'm really tempted to do a 2-boat race. Yes, a 2-boat race. Let's go Kraken and Cornelius, both of which will have magic reflect, and see what happens. Yeah, there's not a lot of really great stuff in Death Splinter. It doesn't have enough depth as other Splinters do in the modern format. It's very one-dimensional. It's like, you want to bring along big, magical, stormy, angry creatures? We got that. You need to fit it into a small form factor with not a lot of things going on. Good luck with that. Man, this is not going to go good. It's not going to go well either. There's only one attacker there. I'm just going to skip and not watch that. That was traumatic. So what's that on my rip streak? It's time to basically do this and do this, because I am now on a actual rip streak. This is my like Elden Ring streaming overlay, but I might go back to my normal Splinterlands overlay in a few moments if I manage to win, because this is me right now, dead on a gravestone. Got to keep my sense of humor, otherwise it'll just drive you mad. Okay, green, 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 dragon, dragon. Okay, I go death. I go mimosa, because it's keep your distance also. Let's go with swiftness and try to stick to the faster attacking things, considering that Byzantine Kitty is probably going to be a threat here, which means I'm not going to be bringing anything that relies on dodge or those sorts of rules. I'm going to bring Muriat for sure. Who's going to be my big old tank? I think my big old tank might end up being Phantom Soldier. I think he might do a good job. He's got good speed. He's got good health. Actually, no, Almo. Almo is the answer. Oh, was indeed Almo the answer. Let's see if I've got more speed than they do. Almost. The return fire is great. Stop that Chaos Dragon. It's not very nice. I'd like to say stop that Lyra as well. Well, that was a good spot for Chaos Dragon to hit. Because now he's going to get a double dose of magic thrown back at him. If he can hit Almo. Ooh, this is much closer than I had hoped. Okay, I should be able to hit there. Very nice. Very good. Okay, we can claim some rewards. Let's see what we get. I've been averaging a pack a day this season in my daily rewards. So let's see if that trend continues. I hope that it can. What have we got? Alchemy Lotion, 12 DEC, Legendary Lotion, Conjurer. Now that I've noticed that and mentioned it, look at how terrible my rewards are today. Look at how awful this is. Oh, commons, Skerricks of DEC, and lotions. I had to say it, I had to curse it. But yeah, it was 6 days into the season and there was 6 packs in my inventory when I had a look. But that's not where it ended today, unfortunately. That's gonna be... Yeah, I know, you just start hoping for the packs and then it's like, no, you get nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna have a look and see who else is online. Yeah, it's the curse of being up in Diamond League. I mean, my rewards from last season were really, really good. I mean, second card in was Jin Bialka. And then I think there was another one that was gold foil. I'm not sure if the gold foil was from my main account or one of my others. Here it is. Yeah, there it is, yeah. This segment of my rewards from end of season was just absolutely freaking insane. It was like gold foil, legendary, gold foil common, pack, who cares, gold foil common. Yeah, it was a Bialka. So it was like a second card in was that. So my prior season rewards were really, really good. And then there was a couple of epics in there as well. Yeah, that was from when the last season ended about a week ago. So that was excellent. That's actually my second gold foil Jin Bialka. I think I'm going to need 2 more if I want to max it out. But I'm going to keep them as separate cards for the time being because I don't know what the land expansion is going to require, so I'm going to keep them uncombined. I've sent it off to my alt account, so it's not on my main, but yeah, it is in existence. I'm going to have a look and see if these guild brawls are ready to be submitted at this point. And if they are, no, we're still in the prep stage, so got a while to wait, a couple more days to submit the teams, and that will be that. So I'm going to leave that here for today. I think I've spent enough time on the computer so far today, so I'm going to go and take a break. Let's have a look and see who else is online that we can go raid. We got Splinterlands TV going, so of course we're going to head on over there, funnel all the viewers into Splinterlands TV. So thanks for your company, and I will catch you guys again tomorrow. Thanks so much. See you later.